Our next performer is a second-generation Italian-Canadian who currently resides in Montreal. And if that description doesn't perk up the ears of a Revenue Canada auditor, I don't know what would. Please welcome Franco Taddeo.
Hello, Winnipeg. This is nice. And to me, that's what Canada is. Nice. We never impose on anyone what it means to be Canadian. We're like, just come. Don't worry. Do whatever you want. In due time, you'll love hockey and drink double-doubles. Don't worry. We're kinder, gentler, and we're the kind of country that says, hey, it's a big place. We got room. Do whatever you want. And no one would ever say, you're in Canada, you can't do that. If you're an Orthodox Canadian, Lebanese, Greek, Ukrainian, you celebrate Easter a week later than the rest of us because you follow a different calendar. When we know the real reason is you want 50% off chocolates. No one says, you're in Canada, you can't do that. We're kinder, we're gentler, even things that have nothing to do with us. In Canada, we have Black History Month because we know what happened to our Black brothers and sisters in the history of the world is a travesty. And as Canadians, we want to acknowledge and maybe atone. But we're Canadian. We don't know what we're doing. When is Black History Month in Canada? February. February, the whitest month on the calendar. And even when we get things right, we do things wrong. The International Olympic Committee awarded us, Canada, after years of trying, the Winter Olympics, right? Yeah. And as soon as we were awarded the Winter Olympics, we held them in Vancouver. Vancouver, the only city in this country that doesn't actually have winter. I cannot wait until we bid for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Nunavut. At least we can reuse the Olympic toques, right? Now, I have to say, as Scott mentioned, I am honored to come from a place that I think is the manifestation of the Canadian dream. I'm from Montreal. It's a cosmopolitan, multicultural, bilingual city. And I will share something with you. French is a beautiful language, of course. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Hein? Combien pour la danse? It is an extremely, extremely liberal place. And that liberalness also extends to the way they name their towns. My agent called me a couple months ago and she's like, Franco, I have a gig for you. I'm like, perfect, that's your job. I'm like, where is it? She's like, well, it's in the Eastern Townships, cottage country. I'm like, yes, but where? She's like, and I can tell she was uncomfortable. She's like, well, it's in a town called Saint Tite. Only in Quebec would they name a town after an intimate body part. I don't have any friends from Penis, British Columbia. And it gets worse. Apparently, in Quebec, there's a town called Saint Clit. Now, I must be honest, I don't know where Saint Clit is because I can never find it. I just know, Franco, it's more to the right, and stop driving so hard. But I have to say, Winnipeg has been incredibly welcoming and stuff, but English Canadians, as an ethnic Canadian, you're not much better. Thank you for having us, but here's my problem with you. You are, as Canadians, you're so outdoorsy. You always want to go white water rafting, hiking on a mountain trail, trekking in the woods. Ethnic people, we don't do that shit. Our parents or grandparents or great-grandparents came from the old country, so we wouldn't have to do that anymore. I must say, in general, ethnic people do not camp, but Italians specifically never camp. There is nothing but negative connotations between us and the woods. Because of this, you will never see, ladies and gentlemen, 4 or 5 Italian guys lingering in the woods. You will not. And if perchance you should happen upon 4 or 5 Italian guys in the woods, I promise you, at least one of them is never coming back. Thank you, Winnipeg. I'm Franco Taddeo.